Hello, thanks for joining me for another review. Right, today we're going where I am now in London, and it's from Howling Hops, and it is their IPA New England Special. Now they've got two beers with this name. They've got this, which is the 6.9% IPA, and they've got the double version, the double IPA version. I think that was 8 point something percent or 8%, whatever it is. As you can see, the hops in this then are Mosaic Motueka, which I could never pronounce properly, and Citra. So, and that's it. 6.9% then, 330ml UK size bottle. Bottled on, it's a little bit old, it's 27th of September of 2017, so I'm reviewing this just before I go to Portugal. By the time you see this, it'll probably be, I'll already be back. Reviewing this on the 5th of January, so it's just over, so that's just over 3 months, so it's getting towards the end of its kind of life really for me, but it's got the best before March, so they're giving this like 6-month shelf life. So anyway, there's the bottle cap. The lighting's a little bit cack. Hey ho, let's go. I purchased this about, I don't know, hour and a half ago. I remember it during the review. Bit of smoke, quite a bit of carbonation when I open the bottle, so I want to be a little bit careful. And yes, it is hazy, as you expect. It looks quite dark. I mean, but then it is a dark room. It looks very dark actually. Wow, that looks a murky brown. So it's not that kind. It's murky, but it's more of a kind of a dark browning colour rather than a kind of some of them bright orange tones that you get. So, I mean, you could pass this off as a not quite to the brown ale darkness, but you know what I mean. It's got that kind of edging that way look to it. Wow. Okay then, or maybe a kind of a low ABV barley wine or something like that. Wow. But I know that they must have put a lot of yeast. Oh, you can't see. They must have put a lot of yeast in this potentially. So there's a gentle carbonation running through the beer, but you can't really see it in this light. I've gone for this kind of wine glass because just got to use what's available here. So it's getting aroma then. Yeah, you're picking up the Citra. I mean, despite what it looks like, which you shouldn't drink with your eyes and all that kind of thing, but if you close your eyes, didn't look at the colour, you think, yeah, that's more kind of what I was expecting, certainly on the aroma, but not on the appearance. Okay, so it's a little bit kind of, you can almost smell the malty, not malt, but the bottle conditioning almost. It reminds me from another well-known brewery in London that's kind of very kind of plain Jane. What do you call it? Bottle wrapping. So it's got that kind of aroma to it, if you know what I mean. Yeah, it's a slight citrus, maybe some passion fruit, bit mango, slight sweetness as well. Let's give it a try anyway. Cheers. Oh, very zesty. Okay. I mean, this is not 100% banging fresh, but sometimes I don't pick it up so much with the bottles of this kind of IPA, kind of New England style IPA range, but certainly even cans in some breweries that they can be a little bit green. Not a hint of that on here. It's very kind of a nice kind of tropical fruit edge to it. It's not too much in the bitterness, not that I know what the bitterness is. Is there a bitterness listed? No, so it's a little bit kind of almost a little bit of kind of bubblegum, but not in the Hefeweizen bubblegum thing. It's more of a kind of sweet. Hints of maybe strawberry. That kind of sweetness, that natural sweetness you get. It's a really moorish kind of beer, not picking up any kind of ABV in this one. Yeah, there's a lot of sedimentation in that. So that kind of works, but look at that brown. I mean, it's probably part the light, part, I don't know. I have to say, I might try and get a bit more lighting in there. So it's definitely got that maltiness that's backing it up. So maybe the hops have faded slightly, but there is a nice citrusy, zesty kind of edge to it as well. So, but I wouldn't want to drink this in March personally. I'd probably leave it to the end of January, and then if you know, and then leave it alone. And that'd be 4 months in the bottle. So, I've had a few of this brewery's beers. I know that some people like them, some people like. I'd like to go to. They've got a big at the brewery. They've got like I don't know how many tanks they've got, but they've got a massive place there. You just, I'll have one of those, and it comes out of a massive tank of one beer. And they've got like 4 or 5 of them, probably more. So they're out at Hackney Wick in London. So I'll put all the information down below anyway. But so they're calling this the IPA is a New England special. Drink fresh, blah blah blah. Hops fade. Okay, 6 month shelf life here. I don't know if there's any other information there. Brewed and bottled at Howling Hops, Queen's Yard, Hackney Wick, London. Right, so I'm going to finish this up then. Not that it's going to haze it up much because it's already on that level. Final kind of thoughts and tastings and then a rating. Has it changed the flavour? There is a bit of kind of chalkiness. It's slightly sweet, but it's not particularly bitter. If I was having a stab at what IBUs this was, I'd probably put it quite low for the ABV, 6.9. I'd probably put it in the 40 to 50 range, but then my palate is used to high ABVs, high ABV beers and IBU beers, so it's okay. I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10. I think that's where I am with this beer. So it's a what would that work out? 3.75 on Untapped if you're looking at that scale. Over to Untapped now then. There's no commercial description at all of this beer on a bottle or on Untapped, and I'm not going to go looking elsewhere. So it's only had 661 ratings. It's coming in at 3.82. So there you go. It's only had a total of 764. So quite low. Considering this beer was added on the 29th of March of 2017. They've obviously done a few more batches with the date on this bottle, so there's a bit more information there if it's going to focus. I'll put all the information down below that I can glean anyway. Hopefully I can get more of a commercial description and put it down below. So yeah, 7.5. Did I say 7.5? Yeah, 7.5 out of 10 for me on this one. We've had this one before from Howling Hops. This is their IPA New England Special. It's the single IPA, not the double IPA. There is another version. 6.9% ABV. Hackney Wick in London. Thanks for watching then, and I will see you on the next review. Cheers.